Groundnut stew is a very popular dish in Nigeria and throughout West Africa, and it's made by slowly cooking tomatoes and peanut butter, making a very delicious sauce. It's best served over some fufu and rice. And let me tell you, once you try out the recipe, you'll fall in love because the groundnut stew is simply delicious. To make this delicious mouth-watering groundnut stew, you'll need the key ingredient, which is peanut butter. And for this recipe, I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons. I've already prepped up the rest of the ingredients, meaning that I'm going to get straight into cooking my delicious groundnut stew. So I'm going to place a pan over medium-high flame and add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Spread the oil in the pan, then I'm going to wait for the oil to get hot. For this recipe, I'm going to be using beef, and I have half a kg of beef over here. So because my oil is hot, I'm going to add in 1 medium onion. Then I'm going to cook the onions for around 1 minute until they're soft. The olive oil is going to add in tons of flavor to this delicious stew. So my onions are ready at this point, and I'm going to be adding in my beef. This is boneless beef. So I'm going to transfer to my pan. Spread the meat in my pan, and then I'm going to cook for around 1 minute. Stir in. Add in my garlic and ginger paste. Toss everything together. I'm using beef steak for this recipe because it cooks super fast. So within those 4 to 5 minutes, my beef is going to be well cooked. So I've added in the garlic and ginger because it's going to add in lots of flavor to our recipe. As you can see, the meat is caramelizing together with the onions and garlic. So there is lots of flavor. After around 4 minutes, I'm going to add in my seasoning cube, a little bit more salt, and cayenne powder. Stir in the seasoning. This is how my beef is looking, and as you can see, the meat is well seared and everything is looking delicious. So I'm going to add in 3 tomatoes. Add in a splash of water. Stir in and let the tomatoes cook for around a minute. A quick tip for you: whenever you are buying beef, always ask your butcher to give you some sirloin steak, tenderloin steak, or ribeye, because the cut of meat is tender and cooks super fast. As you can see, my beef is looking super tender, and this is after 5 minutes. My tomatoes are cooked, and I'm ready to add in my peanut butter. So I'm going to stir in the peanut butter. Add in some water because your sauce is going to thicken up after adding your peanut butter. Then you're going to stir everything together. Wait for around a minute so that your stew can come to a boil. Check the seasoning. If it's not perfect, you're going to be adding in some more salt. So I'm going to let my groundnut stew simmer on low for around 3 more minutes. So I'm going to finish up with some coriander, which is going to add in some color and also flavor. Put out the flames. Then I'm going to serve myself some of this delicious groundnut stew. So I'm going to scoop out my soup, add in my plate. My groundnut stew has turned out rich, creamy, flavorful, and mouth-watering, and I've paired mine with some fufu that I made earlier on. If you want to learn how to make fufu at home, you can check the video up here or in the description box. Hope you'll be trying out this recipe because it needs very few ingredients and the outcome is just amazing.